Bonjour and welcome to lesson 2 on talking about sports and hobbies, or les passe-temps. Let's get started. Okay, for this first task you're going to be working in your cahier rouge, your exercise jotter. So you want to write the title Task 1, vrai ou faux, which are how we say true and false in French. You've got a little passage written by Nadia talking about her interests and her hobbies and loads of some of the people in her family and her friends. And then you've got 8 statements in English down the right hand side. All I want you to do is to read the statements and then have a look at the text and see if you think those statements are true or false. Okay, again, I'm not expecting you to understand every single word in the text, but to look for key words and try and see if you can find the information. Okay, so it says, first one, Nadia is not very sporty. What we have to look for is the first couple of sentences. She says, Je m'appelle Nadia. Je ne suis pas très sportive. So remember, when we've got ne and pas in a sentence, that makes the sentence negative. So it means she's not very sporty. So our answer for number 1 will be false. Now you can either choose to write the English word false, or if you want to really impress me, I would prefer it if you wrote the word faux. Okay? So that's what you're doing. I'm not going through any more with you. I want you to try and see if you can do it on your own. 50-50 chance. If you're really stuck, of course you can guess, but I would like it to be an educated attempt. For task 2, it's a bit of grammar, so we want to be in our cahier bleu. And if you turn to the back and put the title jouer, to play. Okay? And we're going to learn the present tense of the verb jouer, which is the verb to play. So you know already that we start by writing our subject pronouns down. So you've got je, tu, il, elle, nous, vous, il, and elle. And then you are writing down your different parts of the verb and make sure that you make the endings clear. So here they're in a different colour, but you could underline them or whatever to make sure that you notice the difference. So je joue would mean I play, tu joues, you play, il, elle joue, he, she plays. So you'll notice that when I'm saying these three, there's no difference in the way we pronounce them, although the spelling is different. Nous jouons, vous jouez, il, elle joue. Again, we don't pronounce this ENT on the end. Okay, hopefully you notice that these endings are the same as the ones that you've seen for other verbs, like you've had the verb aimer, détester, manger. So hopefully you start to see the pattern. Okay, so note that down. Keep your blue jotter to hand because you're going to need this note to help you do the next exercise. Task 3 now, if you switch back to your cahier rouge, but keep your cahier blue to hand where you've just written your grammar note. And we're going to see if we can practice the verb jouer. Okay, so you've got 6 sentences in French. They're all starting with the verb jouer. So you can use your verb that you've just written down to refer to, and then they've got some sports and hobbies on the end, and if you refer to your notes from vocab from the last lesson, that would also help you, although the sports are so close to the English that it shouldn't be a problem. Okay, so your first one, you're writing in English. What does it mean? Il joue au basket. 2, je joue au billard. 3, nous jouons au hockey. 4, elle joue au football. 5, vous jouez à la pétanque. And 6, tu joues sur la PlayStation. Okay, task 4, still working with the verb jouer, but this time a little bit more tricky because you're putting it into French yourself. So you look at what it says in English. You've got 6 there. For the beginning parts, it's going to be the bit that says I play or we play or whatever. So you would look at your verb jouer for that. And then when you go to put in the sports, the thing that you must remember is that you can't just bung in the word football. You also need the little word that goes before that was either o or à la or alle or o. Okay, so make sure that you watch out for that and make sure you pop it in. The other thing to look out for is when you get down to number 4 and 5, you'll see that I've given you a little bit of extra information in the brackets. it says you, singular, and that's because in French there's two words for you. You've got the choice between tu or vous. So see if you can remember which one you're supposed to use there. And then also in number 5, when it's they, it says masculine. So does that mean that you use either il with the S on the end or elle with the S on the end? Okay, so take care with those ones. Task 5 is a reading task, so again it would be something that you would be doing in your cahier rouge, your exercise jotter. You've got 2 passages here, and then the task that goes with it is actually on the next slide, so you'll have to flip between the 2. Okay, here you've got 2 people talking about what they like doing and what they don't like doing, and then also they're mentioning in some cases when they do things. So there are a few time phrases here. So there are things that would be important to know, such as here, tous les jours means every day. En hiver means in the winter. Le samedi means on Saturday. Okay? Here also there's à la maison, which means at home, in the house. Le vendredi, on Friday. A sport that we've maybe not seen before, le hockey sur glace, which means the hockey on ice, so ice hockey. And then again we've got this en hiver, which means winter, and then le dimanche, which is on Sunday. Okay, so bear those in mind, and then I'll explain the task on the next slide. Okay, here's the task now. So you've got sets of pictures A, B, C, D, E. You have to look back at the passages. Now, one of the passages was written by Mona and one was Fabien. It says their names at the bottom, so you'll be able to see which one is which. And all that you've got to do is in your cahier rouge, write down the letters A to E, look at the pictures and decide who those pictures best relate to. Is it relating to the things that Mona said in her passage, or is it Fabien? Okay. One thing maybe to explain is, I think the pictures are pretty obvious what they're supposed to be, but then underneath them they've got these shortened words in blue and yellow. So it says dim, but it's really dim, which is short for dimanche, which means Sunday. Here you've got vendredi, and here samedi. So those ones are telling you about the days of the week that they do the things on. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of a clue. Okay, good luck, and look forward to getting your work in this week. Remember, you can upload it to assignments or you can email it to me if that's easier for you. Okay, take care. Au revoir.